Yeah. So let's just call those up and see what is actually making headlines there. Eskom culprits to be held liable. Praveen Gordhan giving some feedback there on this particular situation. Remember, the president said the other day he was actually shocked, and so he's expecting answers with regard to what happened. How did we move to stage 4 load shedding, especially in the light of him not knowing that this was happening. And apparently he had a meeting around Eskom and what was going on there. So it's going to be interesting to see what that feedback actually is. And then South Africa's power utility woes weigh on the rand.
And I looked at it this morning, it was 14.04 against the dollar.
Yes, and I think there's general consensus at this point that Eskom is the most important entity right now that could tip us either way. And it's tied into our economy, it's tied into our sovereign debt, it is tied into foreign direct investment and the confidence that they show in this country. Just about everything is tied into Eskom right now, and their debt is at around 420 billion rand. And there's a lot of talk around restructuring and what needs to be done to turn this around, but it all remains to be seen. And we'll hear from the SACP. Solly Mapaila is here. Well, they're talking about, you know, a moratorium on jobs, job losses and retrenchments. So how does that factor into an entity like Eskom or any other state enterprise, for example? Then there's also Agrisi to give probe into Jiba and Mkwebi a miss. He was expected to actually appear at the Mohoro Commission, or at least so it was reported later this week. But seemingly there's a change of plan in that regard.
Because he had a lot to say about them during the state capture commissions. So
absolutely.
I suppose it would make sense for him to be there.
Yeah, and there are several overlaps, of course, in these commissions with regard to some common denominators, as in the actors in these various inquiries.
Okay, that's a business day. Let's look at the front page of the Sowetan. So the Kusatu strike is the picture that they're focusing in on there, and it is a nationwide strike except for the Western Cape. As we were reporting yesterday, we had amazing comprehensive coverage here on the SABC. Our finger on the pulse in every single province of the country. Kusatu members marched in various parts of the country yesterday in protest against the lack of jobs and retrenchment. So as you've heard, Solly Mapaila is going to be talking to Sakina in just a couple of minutes' time. All eyes on Ramaphosa. President expected to announce plans today to solve the power woes. Yeah, we got to hear this one, and okay, we'll wait and see what the president has to say about that. And I'm going to leave it there. The rest seems to be more on the entertainment side of things.
Citizen, Praveen's Eskom rescue plan. An energy expert says that the proposal by the Public Enterprises Minister to turn around the beleaguered power utility will take time and, of course, money, both of which are in short supply. So Eskom once again taking centre stage. ANC to meet fans over a Celtic sale. And ANC getting involved there. Football. Wow. And there's no baby boom in South Africa. Some of the stories the Citizen is focusing on this morning.
Okay, finally, the Star. Troubled Eskom pins hope on Mboweni. Yeah, big one on his shoulders ahead of the budget. One can imagine. This is a preview on all of this. Power utility could go under by April, and that really shocked a lot of people. As power utility, Eskom battles to keep the lights on. The debt owed to the state-owned company by Soweto and municipalities has increased to a whopping 28 billion rand now. The municipal debt, which was growing at 1 billion a month, has been partly blamed for the crisis plaguing the crucial enterprise, which is technically insolvent. So again, we wait on President Cyril Ramaphosa, who is expected to announce plans to save Eskom, and that being the centre stage here and the front page of the Star, and then somebody with a bunch of roses. So we do know it's Valentine's Day in and amongst all the drama, and social media scrutiny for government job hunters. That'll be an interesting one to have a look at. I'll try and get into that story and look what that's about. But talking all about saying your behavior on social media will now have implications on whether you are hired by government or not. And I don't think it's just government. I think it's all companies take a look at your social media profile?
I think they do, but government has
thing.
now stated, you know, a list of things that they will look at, and that is on the list officially, whereas others will look at it, but it's not an official requirement per se.
Yeah, it says government will now want access. It is now compulsory to your social media account before offering you a job.
Isn't that an invasion of privacy, though?
Not really, because anything that you're putting out on social media is public.
But it's my account.
But it's
personally.
Public. It's a public account.
Yeah, but it's my personal account.
Okay, anyway. 22 minutes before 7 here. Let's get your weather update, and then don't go anywhere. Remember, Solly Mapile, our guest here on the program.